Good evening and welcome to the Breed Softball Park as the Lynn Classical Rams are hosting the Medford Mustangs. Top of the first here on a beautiful overcast day here in the beginning, or towards the end of the month, isn't it? Yeah. So we got the 30th tomorrow. That means today's the 29th. I'm your announcer from Lynn Educational Television, Sean Donahue, happy to bring you GBL softball. Medford up to bat, overall record of 6-1, 6-0 in the GBL. Their last game, a walk-off double versus English. The kid Davis hitting a double to walk off, get the W, and they're heading to Revere next. Rachel Dana on the mound, and Kelsey Centipuse behind the plate. First up to bat for Medford, wearing number 11, the center fielder Laidlaw. Oh, a bit of a correction. Lauren Wilson in at the catcher's position. And we got Kelsey Centipuse playing at second base. 2-1 count here. Laidlaw, the center fielder for the Mustangs. Leading things off here on the top of the first. Swing and a miss, full count. Rachel Dana starting work early. The pitch. Foul ball along the third baseline. Laidlaw making Dana work for it in the first at bat of the game. Foul ball along the third baseline. Dana gets the pitch that she wants. Sets. Far outside. And now we have a full count. I'll have to talk to Mr. Smith over there, working the scoreboard, but we're happy to have one for you today. And Laidlaw will take her base. Dixon up to bat next. Dixon playing at the left field position. Swing and a miss. 0-1 count here for Dixon. So a bit of a different view for Dana today. Right down the middle. Lauren Wilson behind the plate. And luckily for us, one of our better guys when it comes to line drive over to the second baseman, Kelsey Centipuse, able to get him out at first. Brooke Braswell there for the tag. Medford with one out, one in scoring position at second base. Up next is Riccioli, Julie Riccioli. Riccioli wearing number 12 and playing in the right field position. Well, like I was saying, thanks to Steven up there and his attention to detail, we were able to discover that Lauren Wilson will be playing behind the plate for us today. Swing and a miss. Dana bringing the steam. Dana gets set. The pitch. Riccioli able to get a piece of that one, staying alive. ball. Far right of the strike zone there. 1-2 count, one out here for the Mustangs. Dana looking for the pitch that she wants. Wilson delivers. Dana with the pitch. Another one far outside. 2-2 count. Dana struggling to have the command right now. She's had about 9 pitches that have been far outside, right side of the strike zone. She might be trying something a little bit new. Short hit in front of home plate. Stays fair. Wilson can't get to it in time. Laidlaw is going to advance to third. So 2 on, 1 out for the Mustangs. Julie Riccioli able to get on and helps to push Laidlaw over to third. Kylie up next. Kylie playing third base for the Mustangs. Dana delivers the pitch. Hit over to the third baseman. Trying to throw out at first. Brooke can't get there for the tag. Laidlaw will walk her way in home. 1 out. Medford with 2 on, 1 at second. O'Brien up next, the designated hitter. O'Brien wearing 17. Dana's pitch a little far inside. 1 out for the Mustangs. Foul ball along the first baseline. 1-1 count. Dana set, has the pitch that she wants. Swing and a miss. And that one just dropped right before it got to O'Brien. 1-2 count here for Dana. And after a wild pitch, both base runners will advance. So now 2 in scoring position for the Mustangs. Riccioli on third and Kylie at second. The pitch from Dana. Swing and a miss. And her first strikeout of the night against the designated hitter. So 2 outs. Conti, the pitcher for the Mustangs, up to bat next, wearing 21. Deep over to the right field position. It's going to fall foul. And that's Liliana Parker closing in on the gap. She did a pretty good job of getting over there. 0-1 count here for Conti. High and outside. 1-1. 2 outs. 1 in scoring position. Medford with a run so far here in the top of the first. High pop fly over to the right field position. Falls foul again. And closing in on that once again, Liliana Parker with the speed. Looks like her side of the field has shorter grass. 2-2 count here, 2 outs, 2 on. And we're too excited to have you tuning in to some GBL softball. Thanks for watching. High and outside, full count. If you're watching on our YouTube channel, please like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for all the up-to-date sports and events happening within the schools here in the city of Lynn. If you're watching on our Comcast and Verizon channels, we thank you. And she'll take her base. Second walk of the day for Dana. Mashavy up next. Mashavy, the catcher for the Mustangs, wearing 13. And we're working our way to the bottom of the lineup for the Mustangs. Loaded bases right here, 2 outs. Dana delivers her first as a strike. Medford with 1 run so far here in the top of the first. Dana's going to stay composed to try to close out this inning and get the Rams up at the plate. A lot of pressure to face in the beginning of a game. Medford at the top of the seed list for the GBL as they stand at a 6-0 record in the league, 6-1 overall. 2-1 count here, loaded bases for the Mustangs. Dana delivers. Swing and a short shot over to the third baseman, tosses it over to Brooke Braswell to close out the inning. And that's a good heads-up play by number 12, Asia Elias, for the Rams. So we'll be back with the bottom of the first, Medford leading 1-0. Good. And we're back, bottom of the first, leading off for the Rams, Lauren Wilson, the catcher. Rams standing at an overall record of 4-3, 4-2 in the GBL. Their last game, a loss to Revere, and they're heading to Everett later on this week. Pitching for the Mustangs. Wearing number 21, we've got Conti up there. And the catcher, Mashavy. Mashavy wearing 13. Conti's pitch right down the middle with a little bit of steam. Swing and a miss. First one up to bat, falls victim to Conti's strikeout. Rachel Dana, the pitcher for the Rams, up to bat next, wearing 6. Conti coming out fierce for the Mustangs. Line drive along the third baseline, just falls foul. And that ball came out with a velocity of well over 100. Although I drive about 4 miles under the speed limit, so what do I know? 1-1 count here, 1 out for the Rams in the bottom of the first. That one trails across home plate and can't even make it into the glove of Mashavy. Conti with the pitch up high. 3-1 count here. Rachel Dana gets some positive reinforcement from the bench on the ability of her able to see. High and away. And Dana's going to take a walk. Nevaeh F up to bat next. F playing in the shortstop position for the Rams. F wearing 7. A senior here at Lynn Classical. Way in behind. And after the wild pitch, Dana's going to advance to second for a quick, easy steal. So now 1 in scoring position, 1 out. And F with a count of 1-0. Conti getting the call from Mashavy. Hits that one over to the third baseman. Tossed out at first pretty easily. Dana's going to advance to third. And F will fall victim to the good fielding of the Mustangs. And a great heads-up play there by the Medford Mustangs. Anzalone. Anzalone wearing 4. Another line drive over to Anzalone. Anzalone trying to drive it out and throws her out at first base. And Brooke Braswell with an up and down inning here for the Rams will fall victim. So at the end of 1, Medford 1, Classical 0. Top of the second here, Medford leading 1-0 over the Rams. And leading off for the Mustangs, wearing number 20, number 1 in your heart, the first baseman, O'Brien. O'Brien pretty active in those last 2 at-bats. The pitch from Dana. O'Brien hits one over the shortstop, cleans it up over there, and Brooke Braswell's there for the tag. So that's Nevaeh F. on the heads-up play. O'Brien sees the first pitch and is excited about it. Unfortunately for her, Nevaeh F's playing shortstop. The pitch from Dana fouls that one back. Up to bat, Anzalone. Anzalone playing in at the shortstop position for Medford. Sorry, second base position for Medford. Nope, shortstop for Medford. Where's that guy, Steven? He was a lot better than me. 1-1 count here. 1 out for the Mustangs. Anzalone gets a pitch, swings at a high fastball. And those are the reasons why I played lacrosse. Medford trying to advance to a 7-0 record here in the GBL. Over to the right fielder. Falls fair. And Anzalone is going to get on with a deep fly ball over to right field. But she'll be held up at first. So Liliana Parker not able to get there in time, was hoping it was foul. Next up to bat, McInnes. McInnes, the shortstop. High and away, McInnes has to duck. And Anzalone's going to advance to second with a walking steal. Sorry, McInnes is in the second base position. 1-0 count here. 1 out, 1 in scoring position for the Mustangs. Fouls that one back. 1-1 count. Dana gets the pitch that she wants from Wilson and delivers. Fouled out along the third base line, and apparent regrets trying to catch that one barehanded, but showing very good composure and not allowing us to see the pain that they're experiencing. 2-2 count, 1 out here for the Mustangs. McInnes awaits to receive the pitch from Dana. Low and away. McInnes gets complimented by the Medford bench on her ability to see. And McInnes will take her base. And that's Dana's third walk of the day. Back to the top of the lineup. Laidlaw up to bat, wearing number 11. Playing in the center field position. So 2 on for the Mustangs, 1 at first, 1 at second. Laidlaw showing bunt. So apparently McInnes wasn't up. Last at bat was Laidlaw. She'll take the walk. So that means we've got Dixon up to bat. Dixon wearing number 1, playing in the left field position. That one gets away from Wilson. Both base runners will advance. So McInnes, a flex player. she'll stick in at that second base position throughout the game, but will be relieved at the plate. Dixon with a ground out to the second baseman, Kelsey Centipuse. Two and one count. Dana bringing the heat, catches her swinging. 2-2. 2 on, both in scoring position for the Mustangs. The pitch from Dana, right where she wants it. Dana gonna deliver another strikeout. Her second of the game. Julie Riccioli up to bat next. 2 outs here for the Mustangs. Riccioli playing in the right field position for the Mustangs. Dana's first pitch, a strike. One and one count. Dana's pitch far outside. And those lefties leave a lot of space on the right. Dana with a little better command here in the top of the second. 3-1 count. Far outside, bases loaded, and Riccioli going to take her base. On Dana's 4th walk of the day so far. Kylie up to bat next. Kylie playing in that third base position for the Mustangs. We're in 0-0, and the Rams infield is going to take a little bit of time to rally around Rachel Dana here. This is a big high-stakes game for the Rams. The Rams, in their last game, facing a loss to Revere, and they got Everett. This is a pretty good contender. 4-2 in the GBL, 4-3 overall. Mustangs working to stay undefeated in the GBL. 1 loss. Last game for the Mustangs, a walk-off double from Lorelei Davis. That's versus English, so whereas we don't like to see all the GBL teams do well. If they play in English, I guess that's all right by us here at 235 O'Callahan Way. Rachel Dana's first pitch, a ball. Kylie awaits a second, has to back up, give a little bit of space. Two and 0 count. 2 outs, bases loaded. High and away. Medford's hitting has been pretty good today. We've seen a few walks, but for a team that's hitting so well, you'd think that they'd be ahead by a little bit more, but all they're doing is they're boasting 1 run. And coincidentally enough, the last one to draw in an RBI is the batter up now. Dana's second strike there. Full count here. 2 outs. Bases loaded. Rams trailing by 1. Foul ball back up over the backstop there. Dana gets the pitch that she wants from Wilson, sets and reloads. That one's inside. The Medford Mustangs are going to advance to to 0. So Kylie has walked. O'Brien's up to the plate, the designated hitter. Last at bat was a strikeout. Bases loaded here, 2 outs. High and away. One and one count. Anzalone, the batter who was able to advance to home, she'll be attributed the run here in the top of the second. One ball, 2 strikes. Dana delivers. Fly ball over to the right fielder. Rams are able to scoop it up, but they're not going to get anybody out. 2 base runners are going to advance for scores from Medford. Medford looking at a 4-0 lead here. And O'Brien totally redeems herself after her first at-bat with a strikeout. She'll get 2 RBIs there. Next up to bat, Conti, the pitcher. Conti looking at a walk in her last at-bat. Dana's pitch high and away. Both base runners are going to advance. Now 2 base runners on, 1 at second, 1 at third. Fly ball over to the left field. Nevaeh Etz's going to come out and clean it up. So, at the end of the top of the second, the Rams are trailing 4-0 against Medford. We'll be back with the bottom of the inning. Welcome back. Bottom of the second. Show and bunt. Chevalier able to get a base hit there. Chevalier is going to waltz on over to first base, but she got called back as what we thought was fair was actually foul. And that's a long walk for a strike. Chevalier's first at-bat of the day, wearing number 2, playing in the center field position. Fouls that one back up over the catcher. 0-2 count. No outs here as Chevalier's leading off for the Rams here in the bottom of the second. Rams still scoreless. The pitch. A strike. Catcher drops it. Chevalier has an opportunity to advance and decides. Well, I'm not sure she made a decision whatsoever. She was just a little confused on what was happening. So, second strikeout of the day so far for the Mustangs. Up to bat, Asia Elias. Elias, her first at bat of the day and playing in that third base position for the Rams. And Conti bringing the steam here against the Rams. 2 strikeouts on the day. Elias has to jump out of the way of that one. 1-2 count. 1 out here for the Rams. High and away. 2-2 count. Conti gets the pitch inside, full count. And Asia Elias, a chance to get on Be the first to get on for the Rams without a walk. Rachel Dana walked there in the bottom of the first. Elias staying alive. The pitch from Conti fouled back. And Elias making Mashevy work for it. Mashevy retrieving balls left and right. The pitch, swing and a miss. Her third strikeout of the day, second of the inning. So Elias falls victim to Conti and the steam that she's bringing. Simone Wilson, the designated hitter, up next for the Rams. 2 outs. 4-0, Medford leading. 0-1 count here for Simone Wilson. Wilson taking a swing at that one, fouls it away. 0-2 count. Conti with an opportunity to have a 3-up, 3-down inning. Conti delivers a little low. Conti gets the pitch that she wants and delivers. Wilson staying alive with that foul. 1-2 count, 2 outs here for the Rams. In the bottom of the second, trailing by 4 runs. Swing and a miss, and the third strikeout of the inning, fourth of the game. So a 3-up, 3-down inning there for Conti. And next up to bat for the Rams will be McKenna Duncan. So at the end of 2, Medford leading over the Rams 4-0. We'll be back with the top of the third. And we're back. Top of the third inning. Leading off for the Mustangs is Mashevy. Mashevy draws that one, hits it over the shortstop for the Rams. Should be held up at first as the Rams right fielder, Liliana Parker, is able to get there quickly. And just a bit too high for Kelsey Centipuse, the shortstop for the Rams. And Mashevy will get on to first with a line drive. O'Brien up to bat next. O'Brien with a ground out in her last at-bat. O'Brien playing at that first base position for the Mustangs. Dana gets the call from Wilson, delivers that one, pop fly inside. Brooke Braswell trying to come in and catch that one off of the foul ball along the first baseline. She got caught by the turf monster. Go watch out for that turf monster. I'm not sure you can see turf monster on a softball field, unless you're in the outfield. Enough internal thoughts, Mr. Donahue. Back to the game. O'Brien looking at an 0-1 count here. 1 on. Little inside. 1-1 count. Ground ball over to Dana. Quick little pickup. Throws it to Braswell for a quick out. And O'Brien's going to head out back to the dugout with another ground out. Good heads-up play there by Dana to clean that up and put an end to it real quick. One out here for the Mustangs up to bat. Anzalone with the single. Fly ball over to the right-hand side. And Liliana Parker is on the lookout for another one. Swing and a miss. Dana delivering one right down the middle. 0-1 count. Anzalone, the shortstop. Pitch from Dana. One and two count. Dana looking for a second strikeout of the game. Sorry, third strikeout of the game. 2-2 count, one out here. Anzalone got caught watching. 2 outs here in the top of the third. Dana with a little bit more command as the innings go by. Doing a really good job to hold the Mustangs at bay. 2 outs, one in scoring position at second base. And the Mustangs bring out a pinch runner. Line drive over along the third baseline, falls foul. Andreessen, the pinch runner for Medford. They're at second. 1-1 count. 2 outs here. Dana gets the call from Wilson. Gets set. And delivers. Fouled off along the third baseline. 1-2 count. Just a bit outside. Softball is not so soft when it comes to a fender of a PT Cruiser. Is that what that is? That's what you get if you're driving a PT Cruiser. 2-2 count here, 2 outs. Laidlaw, the batter. Hits one over to the second baseman. Kelsey Centipuse can't get there in time. And the pinch runner for Medford's going to score. Medford drives in another one off of Laidlaw's single. Dixon up to bat next. So Andreessen will get home as the pinch runner. Laidlaw will get the RBI. Laidlaw with 2 runs already. That's her first hit. Her first 2 at-bats, she saw walks. Dixon looking at a 1-0 count. Fouls that one back. Now 1-1. The pitch, low and outside. Wilson trying to catch the steal. Good heads-up play by F to come in. It was a close call. Well, not so close, but good heads-up play there by Wilson to try to retrieve that one. And Layla, smart of her to get her feet moving as quickly as she can, because Wilson can recover pretty quickly. Pitch from Dana high. Dixon's got a duck for that one. 3-1 count here. 2 outs, 1 in scoring position for the Mustangs. The pitch from Dana delivers a strike. Full count here. Swing and a miss, and Dixon's going to go down, fall victim to another strikeout delivered by Rachel Dana. Medford able to drive in 1 run. Laidlaw quite active in today's game. 2 runs and an RBI. So at the end of the top of the third, 1 run drove in by the Mustangs. The Rams trailing by 5-0. Mustangs leading. We'll be back with the bottom of the third. And we're back, bottom of the third, leading off for the Rams, McKenna Duncan. Duncan's first at bat as Conti delivered a 3-up, 3-down inning there in the second. Conti with 4 strikeouts so far and hasn't even gotten through the entire lineup. McKenna Duncan playing in the left field position today. Daughter of a pretty good math teacher. Poor guy had me in Algebra 1 at Pickering Middle School. Great choice in hats, though. Mr. Duncan. Great guy. Kept me out of some trouble. 1-2 count here in the bottom of the third. Conti bringing the steam today. Conti set, delivers the pitch right down the middle and catches Duncan looking. So 5 strikeouts on the day for the Mustangs. Liliana Parker up to bat, showing bunt, hits that one. Ump's calling it off. Foul ball. So Parker, the right fielder for the Rams. Her first at bat, showing bunt right away. She's got everybody in. And Coach Morin barking out some orders. We'll see what it is if she's going to continue to show bunt. Parker awaits the pitch from Conti. Delivered low. 1-2 count here. 1 out for the Rams. Line drive over along the first base line. Scooped up quickly by the Mustangs. Good heads-up play there by O'Brien. Sorry. Yes, O'Brien. That's the kid we want to call out. So did a good job there. Liliana Parker grounds out. Back to the top of the lineup for the Rams. Lauren Wilson up to bat. Swinging a long ball, high fly over to right field. And what looked promising was shot down by number 12, Julie Riccioli, the right fielder for the Mustangs. The Rams still nil, not able to get a run, but a couple of hits here in this game. Medford leading 5-0. We'll be back with the top of the fourth. Welcome back. Top of the fourth. 4 strikeouts so far for Dana. Leading off, Riccioli with a great play in our last pop fly along the third base line. Just going to be out of reach for Classical's Asia Elias. One and one count here. The pitch hit right over to Nevaeh F. And effortlessly grabs that one out of the sky and says, "Why don't you have a seat there, Joy Riccioli?" And try to pick up on these first names. The only one I've been able to pick up is Joy, but I called her Julie for the first 3 innings. So Riccioli, pop flies out, hit over the head of Kelsey Centipuse. Emma Chevalier there to get it from the center field position. Hits the cutoff at second. And Kylie with a stand-up double. One out here in the top of the 4th. Up to bat is O'Brien, the designated hitter. Hits that one fair. Nevaeh F's there on the throw to Brooke Braswell. There's your second out. Conti, the pitcher, up to bat next. Dana with the pitch. Pop fly. Gonna stay in the park. Emma Chevalier able to scoop it up, but not before Kylie can drive one home. Kylie with her first run on the day. The RBI gonna go to Conti. So Conti gets on. Her first hit of the day. Mashevy up to bat next for the Mustangs. Fouls along the first baseline. Cherry picking is not an active rule today, so Brooke Braswell's effort to catch that one off of the deflection of the lamp post was no good. 2 outs here. Rams trailing by 6. Mashevy awaits the pitch from Dana, fouls that one back. Dana gets the call from Wilson, set and delivers. Right where she wants it. And that's it for the inning. And we'll have to talk again to Mr. Smith over there, showing 1 strike. So Dana earns her 5th strikeout of the game here in the top of the 4th. Mashevy goes down swinging, and the Rams got a big hole to dig themselves out of as they're looking at a 6-0 deficit. We'll be back with the bottom of the 4th. And we're back, bottom of the 4th. Rachel Dana, the pitcher for the Rams, leading off. The pitch from Conti, hot and heavy, catches Dana swinging. 0-1 count here. One and 1 count. Dana hits one high and deep into left field. It's going to fall foul. Dana with a walk in her last at bat. Last time she's been at the plate was 3 innings ago. 5 strikeouts on the night so far for Conti, and just now working her way through the lineup for a second time. Two and 2 count. Conti delivers. Just a little low. Dana now looking at a full count. And a lot more chirping coming from the classical bench. The pitch fouled back and behind the catcher. Conti gets the pitch that she wants and set and delivers. Right behind the batter, and Dana's going to take the walk. So her second walk of the game. Nevaeh Eth up to bat. Eth, a couple great heads-up plays in the last inning. She had a line drive caught out. And Mashavy checking Dana over at first as she takes a pretty liberal lead. 1-0 count. Beaned. We got a beaning. Another beaning, Steven. Nevaeh Eth gets on with a walk. So now 2 on for the Rams here. And the Rams got to capitalize on this. Brooke Braswell up to bat. A ground out in her first at bat. Only Braswell's second of the day. Dana in scoring position at first and Eth at, second and Eth at first. The pitch fouled away by Brooke Braswell. Mashavy retrieves it, gets it back to Conti. Brooke gets set in the batter's box. Brooke Braswell, first baseman for the Rams. Conti delivers. Braswell takes a piece of that one, falls foul along the first baseline. 0-2 count here. High fly ball over to the right fielder. Picked up quickly. Dana's going to hang up at second. Good heads-up play by Medford's Joy Riccioli. And Braswell will fly out. Emma Chevalier up to bat next for the Rams. 2 on, 1 in scoring position. Only looking at 1 out. 1-0 count after the first pitch. Chevalier, the center fielder for the Rams. Showing bunt. Gets one there. Dana's going to advance to third. And she's going to get there. Dana's going to be able to come home. Eth held up at third. And Chevalier with a stand-up double off of a bunt. Classical able to get onto the board. And off of the error on the bunt, the Rams finally get back on. Asia Elias up to bat. Elias playing in the third base position. Strikeout in her last at bat. A wild pitch gives Nevaeh Eth the go-ahead, and Eth is going to score. So 2 for the Rams now. Here in the bottom of the 4th. Two and 0 count here. 1 out for the Rams, 1 in scoring position. As Asia Elias, Emma Chevalier is hanging up at third base, hoping to be brought home. Elias awaiting the pitch. Looking for a little bit more chitter-chatter from the Rams dugout. A strikeout on her last at bat. Looking at a 2-2 count here. 1 out. Elias gets caught swinging. And you got to give her an A for effort there. 6th strikeout of the day so far for Conti. And Conti now working her way through the lineup for a 3rd time. Simone Wilson should be up, but looks like we're going to get a pinch hitter in. And Cahill going to come up to bat. Cahill, the pinch hitter for Simone Wilson. So 2 outs here, 1-0 count. 1-1 count. 1 in scoring position for the Rams. Emma Chevalier hoping to be brought in by the pinch hitter wearing number 4, Cahill. 2-1 count. The Rams with 2 so far in the inning. The pitch from Conti catches a swinging wild pitch. This is going to send Chevalier home. Chevalier is going to earn herself a run after getting an RBI. Well, they're going to send her back. Must have got a piece of that one. 2-2 count, 2 outs here. Fouls that one back towards the Rams dugout. The pitch from Conti fouls that one along the third baseline. Still a 2-2 count here. Six strikeouts on the day so far for Conti. Conti with a pitch outside, full count. 2 outs, 1 in scoring position for the Rams. Chevalier at third. Cahill awaits the pitch from Conti. Mashavy waiting for that third strike, and will get it. Cahill goes down swinging for the 7th strikeout of the night so far for Conti. So the Rams able to drive home 2, leaving 1 hung up at third, but they're able to close this 6-point deficit by 4, 6-2, Medford over the Rams. And we're back. Top of the 5th. Leading off for the Mustangs, O'Brien. Dana delivers. Hit right back to her. Scoops that one up. Chucks it over to Brooke Braswell for the first out of the inning. And O'Brien grounds out for a 3rd time today. Anzalone up to bat next. Anzalone with a strikeout in her last at bat. Dana with 5 on the night so far. Ground ball over to Brooke Braswell. Scoops that one up. Good heads-up play by the first baseman out of Classical. 2 outs. 2 up and 2 down. Back to the top of the lineup for the Mustangs. Laidlaw up to bat. The center fielder for the Mustangs. Wearing number 11. Dana's pitch just a far outside. Wilson able to retrieve that one quickly. Dana not able to follow suit. Luckily for us, Nevaeh in the shortstop position. Scoops that one up, gets it back. No pressure. 1-0 count here in the top of the 5th. 2 outs for the Mustangs. High and away. Wilson not enough reach to keep it. Dana delivers high and away. 3-0 count. Laidlaw awaits the pitch. And she'll take her base after 4. Dixon up to bat next for the Mustangs. Playing at the left field position. Dixon's last 2 at-bats, strikeouts. So 2 of 5 of Dana's strikeouts coming from Dixon today. Showing bunt. That one slips away from Wilson, bounces back off of the wood by the backstop. And Laidlaw will advance to second easily. 2-0 count, 2 outs here for the Mustangs. 1 in scoring position as Laidlaw is hung up at second after the steal. Just a bit outside. Dixon looking at 3 balls, no strikes. Catches are looking there. 3-1 count. High and inside. Second walk of the inning. As we had 2 up and 2 down. Joy or Julie Riccioli up to bat next. Let's see if we can hear it from the echoing off of the Breed Middle School. Riccioli with the fly out in her last at bat. Nevaeh Eth pulled that one down pretty quickly. 2 on for the Mustangs. 1 at first and 1 in scoring position at second. Joy Riccioli awaiting the pitch from Dana. 1-0 count. Swings and fouls that one back. Dana with the delivery. Line drive over to the second baseman. Kelsey Senepews and Nevaeh Eth holding it just a little too long. And the Mustangs able to send 1 home. That's Kate Laidlaw. She'll get in for a 3rd time. The RBI will be attributed to Riccioli, who's earned herself a run. And Riccioli will get a stand-up double after what should have been the 3rd out. Second baseman Kelsey Senepews did a good job stopping it. Just couldn't get it in time. Riccioli has got some wheels on her. So 7-2. Medford takes the work of Lynn Classical in the last inning and rubs it in the dirt. So it looks like we're going to have a substitution coming in. We'll keep our eyes out for that. Or rather a challenge from Coach Morin as the umps meet in the middle to confirm that they had it right. Kylie up to bat next. 2 outs. 7-2 lead for the Mustangs. Oh, and 1 count. Dana delivers. Pop fly over to the second baseman. Kelsey Senepews just not there for it. And that'll send another Mustang home for a run. So 3 in the inning. And 9 in the game so far. Kylie gets on and gets her 2nd RBI of the game. O'Brien up to bat next. 0-2 count. 2 outs. 1 on at first. Third strikeout, third out of the inning. The Rams trying to hold off and just can't. The Mustangs hitting too well with 3 in the inning. Mustangs leading 9-2 as we head into the bottom of the 5th. We'll be back. And we're back. Bottom of the 5th. Rams trailing 7. McKenna Duncan up to bat for Classical. Conti delivers. Line drive over to the second baseman. Scoops it up. Duncan will be thrown out at first. She's able to get a bat on it. Had a strikeout on her last at bat. Conti with 7 on the day so far. Liliana Parker up to bat for the Rams. 0-1 count, 1 out here for the Rams. Show and bunt. And a great play there by McInnes to knock that line drive out. So another strikeout. Her 8th in the day so far. Parker goes down swinging. Back to the top of the lineup. Lauren Wilson up to bat. Wilson struggling to get on today. 1-1 count. Two and 1. Wilson gets that one, hits it over the shortstop. It rolls into center field. Rounding first base. She'll hang up there. And her first hit of the day, right when the Rams need it. So Wilson will get on with a line drive. That's just a little out of reach for Medford's Anzalone. And a long shot along the third base line is going to fall foul. Dana, the batter. A walk in her first at bat and a walk in her second at bat. She earned herself a run early on in the game. Dana gets that one, hits it over to the shortstop, and they're going to get Wilson out with the force at second. So Dana will get on, but not in time, as we see the third out of the inning. The Rams not able to get anything back into play here. So we'll be back with the top of the 6th. All right, I want to say sorry to my editor. We're heading into the top of the 6th here. Classical trailing by 7, 9-2 in favor of the Mustangs. Conti up to bat for Medford. Her third at bat of the day. Gets a piece of that one. Cleaned up by the third baseman. A little high of a delivery. That one sneaks past Brooke Braswell, and Conti's going to have a stand-up double. So a few switches here for Classical. Still at the third base position is Elias. And Asia Elias disappointed with herself on that one. Medford's going to send in a pinch runner. And standing there, sitting pretty at second base, wearing number 15 for the Medford Mustangs. Wearing blue as I try to find my lineup and won't have it for you. Rachel Dana to deliver. 0 outs. Dana delivers. That one sneaks past Wilson. And McInnes comes in as the pinch runner and walks her way over to third base. Now one in scoring position, no outs. Dana delivers a little inside. 2-0 count. A few substitutions here for the Rams. Kelsey Cinepews will receive a substitution at the second base position. And Asia Elias doing herself some justice there, coming in for a shallow ground ball. And she'll throw out Mashevy. O'Brien up to bat next for the Medford Mustangs. 1-0 count, one out here. 9-2 lead for Medford. One in scoring position at third. At a deep line drive over to the right fielder. Not able to get it. And the pinch runner, McInnes, is going to be there for the run. And O'Brien with a stand-up triple here late in a GBL game. So 10-2, Medford over Classical. And a power shot there by O'Brien. Hits that one in the right field. And Liliana Parker has to run all the way back to the fence to get it. Anzalone up to bat. Anzalone playing in the shortstop position for the Mustangs. Pops that one over. Brooke Braswell comes in for a nice easy pop out. Back to the top of the lineup, Kate Laidlaw up to bat for the Mustangs. A walk in her last at bat. Seen 3 so far tonight. Dana delivers some heat, but just a far out shot. 2 outs. One in the scoring position at third. Line drive along the third baseline, falls foul. Medford working to improve their GBL record to 7-0. Their overall record would be 7-1. Last game, a walk-off victory versus English. Liliana Davis hit a double for the W. Medford's got Revere next. And Classical just had a loss to Revere. Later on this week, they've got to travel over to Everett to play against the Crimson Tide. With a foul ball along the third base line. 2-1 count. 2-2 count. Full count here, 1 out. Dana receives the call she wants from Wilson. Just can't deliver it high and inside. So now 2 on for the Mustangs. O'Brien still over at third after the stand-up triple. And Laidlaw got her 4th walk of the day. Easy pickings for the center fielder. Dixon up to bat. And Laidlaw capitalizing on the lull that Classical's feeling. steals herself second with not much contest. Line drive over to Brooke Braswell. She'll tag over at first for the third out of the inning. So one more run added to the tally for the Mustangs. 10-2 over the Rams. Rams will be up here in the bottom of the sixth. We'll be back. And we're back, bottom of the sixth. Nevaeh Eth to lead off for the Rams. Conti's pitch high and away. 1-0 count. A lot of chitter-chatter from the Rams dugout as they're facing an 8-run deficit. 10-2. Medford leading over the Rams. 2-0 count here for Eth. Eth a walk in her last at-bat and grounded out in her first. Hits that one to the same location. Gets past the shortstop into left field, and Eth gets on with a single. And last time she hit it there, the shortstop from Medford was able to scoop it up and throw her out at first. Anzalone. Sorry, fouls that one back. Brooke Braswell up to bat. Yeah, so Anzalone misses that one. Had a great play in the first at bat for Eth. Brooke Braswell now up at the plate. Looking at a 1-1 count here in the bottom of the sixth. Classical's trailing by 8. The pitch just inside. Eth with a conservative lead over at first. Fouls that one off along the first baseline. Two and two count here for Braswell. Eth locked and loaded at first. Gets a piece of that one. Pop fly over to the right field. Medford's under it. They're able to get that one. Braswell gonna fly out. Emma Chevalier up to bat next. Joy Riccioli there on the play for the Mustangs. Emma Chevalier up to bat. A double in her last at-bat. One out here for the Rams, 0-1 count against Chevalier. 1-1 count. The Rams trying to make it respectable. A little low and away. 2-1. Chevalier awaits the pitch from Conti, showing bunt. Fouls that one off. Back behind the catcher. Mashafi behind the plate for the Mustangs. The pitch. High and outside. Full count. One out, one on for the Rams. 8-run deficit. Big hole to dig themselves out of. I want to say thanks to those who are tuning in to watch some GBL girls softball. I'm your announcer, Sean Donahue. I want to say thanks to my crew from Classical up at the perch. We got Godswell, who was here late, and Steven, who was here early, so they balance each other out. Steven has snacks that he doesn't want to share, and that's okay. Showing bunt again. Hits it fair, thrown out at first, and that's the final out of the inning. So at the end of 6, Classical in a deficit of 8 runs, 10-2, the Mustangs lead. And we're back, top of the 7th. Mustangs leading 10-2. Riccioli up to bat for the Mustangs. Dana's first to strike. Riccioli playing in the right field position. Deep, high fly ball. It's going to fall foul along the third baseline. Just about everybody on that hemisphere of the field was there to catch it, but just a little out of reach. The pitch, right on. Hit and sails past the second baseman for Classical. McKenna Duncan there in the center field position, able to clean it up. And her efforts are going to hold Riccioli over at first. Kylie up to bat next. Dana delivering a strike, 0-1 count. No outs, 1 on for the Mustangs. Deep fly ball over to the right fielder, right under it. Good job by Liliana Parker. So Parker's going to send Kylie packing. O'Brien up to bat next for the Mustangs. O'Brien with 2 RBIs on the day so far. Off an error. Early on in the second inning. One and 0 count, 1 out here. Call it 1-1. Mustangs with 1 at first. Dana delivers just a bit outside. Two and one out. Dana delivers. She catches that one. High fly ball over to right field. Liliana Parker trying to get there. It's going to fall foul. O'Brien, the designated hitter. Looking at a 2-2 count. Now a 2-2 count. Dana gets the call from Wilson. And a sloppy pitch. And Riccioli is going to advance to third, along with O'Brien advancing to second. So we're actually looking at Conti up to bat. Conti with a double in her last at bat. Swing and smokes that one foul along the third baseline. So a bit of correction there, my bad. One and 1 count, 1 out, 2 in scoring position for the Mustangs. 10-2 lead for the girls in blue. Conti has to jump out of the way of that one. 2 and 1 count. 3-1. 1 out for the Mustangs. Dana with the pitch, high and away. And Conti gonna waltz on over to first after the walk. Loaded bases here. Coach Morin coming out to try to coach up Rachel Dana here. And it looks like they're gonna relieve Dana. And they're gonna give the responsibility over to Lynn Classical's Emma Chevalier. So Chevalier to come in from her second substitution of the day, first starting at center field and then working her way over to second base. And now they're going to pull Dana. I think they'll just swap positions. So they'll give the standard amount of pitches for Chevalier to warm up. I want to say thanks to our crew from Lynn Classical for coming out and filming today's game. We got Godswill and Steven up in the perch today. And both of them up there today. I'm your announcer, Sean Donahue from Lynn Educational Television, thanking you on behalf of the station. Thanks for tuning in to our Comcast and Verizon channels. And if you're watching on YouTube, please like, subscribe, and smash that notification bell for all the up-to-date sports and events happening within the schools here in the city of Lynn. And boy, howdy, what a delivery the Mustangs came in with. The Mustangs, as long as they do everything that they can to keep Classical from scoring 8 runs, they should improve to an overall record of 7-1, a GBL record of 7-0. And teaching over our Classicals, nothing more than I want to see these girls come back and win this one. Chevalier drives the pitch. Shot in. The third baseman, Asia Elias, comes in to clean it up. Forces the out at home. 2 outs on the inning. Loaded bases here for the Mustangs still. So Mashavy is going to be able to get on, but no RBIs. O'Brien up to bat. Fouls that one away over the head of Lauren Wilson. Two outs, 1 strike. Emma Chevalier coming in. Pop fly over to Nevaeh Eth. Caught for the 3rd out of the inning. Classical's going to have one more shot of it. We'll be back with the bottom of the 7th. Mustangs lead 10-2. Bottom of the 7th. 10-2 lead for the Mustangs. Cahill leading off for the Rams. And the Rams in desperation to get on and try to win this one back. Conti with the pitch. Swings that one up over fouls that one back over Mashavy. Conti, low and inside. 2-1 count. Parker attributed with the eye from the Classical dugout. Conti delivers another strike. 2-2 count. Conti delivers. Cahill fouls that one back. Pitch. Hits it back to Conti. Conti scoops it up cleanly and delivers it over to first. Cahill will ground out. McKenna Duncan up to bat next. And Conti able to deliver that one quickly to O'Brien at that first base position. Duncan fouls that one back, 0-1 count here. 1 out for the Rams in the bottom of the 7th. Rams trailing 8 runs. Conti set and delivers low and inside. 1-1. Another foul. 1-2. High fly ball infield. The shortstop for the Mustangs able to get under it cleanly. McKenna Duncan will fly out. 2 outs here for the Rams. The out attributed to Anzalone. Anzalone in the shortstop position. Conti's first pitch inside. 1-0 count. Liliana Parker has all the fate in her hands of the classical Rams here as we approach mid-softball season. The pitch, a strike. 1-2 count. 2 outs here for the Rams. 8-run deficit. Low and inside. Liliana Parker moves out of the way. Parker with a strikeout in her last at-bat and a ground out in her first. It's only her 3rd at-bat of the game. 9 strikeouts on the day so far. 10 strikeouts on the day so far. Let's find out. Full count here. 9 strikeouts on the day so far for Conti. Can she hit double digits? Full count, 2 outs. Liliana Parker awaits the delivery from Conti. Gets a piece of that one, fouls it along the first baseline. The pitch from Conti. Parker staying alive with another foul. Catching a piece of that one. Conti beans Parker right in the hammy. Parker's up there just trying to play baseball, and there she goes and gets a beating here. Lauren Wilson coming in for the Rams. Wilson back to the top of the lineup. Wilson with a single in her last at-bat. Fouls that one back. Wilson, a 3-sport athlete here at Classical and a pretty decent TV media student. Deep fly ball to center field. Right fielder is going to come in for it, and that's the 3rd out of the inning. And Wilson will go down swinging. So at the end of 7, Classical is going to fall to a record of an overall record of 4-4. Their GBL record will fall to 4-3. Next, they got Everett this week. Medford going to improve to an overall record of 7-1 and a GBL record of 7-0. They're headed to Revere next week. And wow, what a game. 10-2 victory for the Mustangs. I want to say thanks to you for watching. If you're watching on our Comcast and Verizon channels, if you're watching on our YouTube channel, please like, subscribe, smash that notification bell. From the field here at Breed Middle School, I'm Sean Donahue, your announcer. I want to give props to my crew from Lynn Classical for coming out and filming up in the perch, Godswell and Steven. Well, we'll be back with another one. 10-2 loss for the Classical Rams. Medford still undefeated. Thanks for watching.